Well, it's out. The most obvious storyline that could ever be a storyline has entered the stratosphere. Kirk Cousins and his team have revealed to reporters everywhere, specifically Tom Pelissero, one of the greatest NFL inside reporters there is. He is the Adam Schefter of insiders in the NFL for the NFL Network. Tom Pelissero, it was revealed to him through Kirk Cousins' team. He says, I'm told Kirk Cousins is ahead of schedule in his recovery from the Achilles. He's actually going to be throwing before the Combine next month. Oh my gosh, what a shocker. So everything tracking in a good direction for Kirk Cousins to be fully ready to roll for the Vikings or whoever he might be with in 2024. This is a leak of all leaks. This is all about marketing your quarterback, not really to the Minnesota Vikings, but to teams all around the NFL. And I guess maybe subliminally to the Minnesota Vikings. If you send out this report, you're threatening the Minnesota Vikings. And that's what Kirk Cousins and his team are doing. They're saying, hey, Kirk is going to be ready to throw. You sign this guy, or the Raiders, the Falcons, the Steelers, maybe some other unknown team, they're going to become calling. That's the strategy. This is a big money play by Kirk and his team. And it's brilliant. It's obvious, but it's brilliant. I would do the exact same thing if I were in their situation. Because what this tells other teams and what this tells the Minnesota Vikings is that he is going to be ready to play, ready to practice in training camp, ready to play by the start of the regular season, and he is going to be 100% fully healthy. There's going to be no question marks because, as Kirk Cousins has said, as his team has said, he's a pocket quarterback. He's not looking to scramble. It's an easier recovery for Kirk Cousins to recover from an ACL or Achilles tear, than it is for like a Lamar Jackson to do it. Because Lamar Jackson is a runner. He's a scrambler. Kirk, he just drops back in the pocket. He's got to be shifty. He's got to be able to take side steps and step ups into the pocket. He's got to be ready to make some throws off his back foot. But he doesn't really do all that much already throwing off his back foot. So this is the big one. Kirk is ahead of schedule. And not only is he ahead of schedule, but this is the big one. He is going to throw before the Combine next month. Now, why is it before the Combine? So that maybe teams that are seeking a quarterback, like the Raiders, like the Falcons, maybe they'll eye up Kirk Cousins instead of eyeing up a J.J. McCarthy, a Michael Penix Jr. All of this is strategy. This is not coincidence. This is making your quarterback wanted. And that's what they're doing. And I really have nothing against it. I think it's a brilliant move. It's a smart move. It makes your quarterback wanted. It's going to drive up the asking price for Kirk Cousins. And this might mean that the Minnesota Vikings miss out on Kirk Cousins. I already believe that it would be best for both parties to mutually agree to part ways. It's best for Kirk Cousins, and it's best for the Minnesota Vikings. I saw a post by zonecoverage.com, and I'm sure the post is still up because it was recent. It was a post about how the Vikings could sign Cousins, Danielle Hunter, and Justin Jefferson. They have the cap room to do it because there's so many different unique things with the cap that you can use with signing bonus and stuff like that. And they made the case that they could do all three. But the biggest part of this case is that the way they would do all three is that they would have so much dead cap in the future, money that they can't spend on future guys. So although it's an option, it's not the best option. The Vikings do not have a Super Bowl winning roster right now, and they will not by the start of the season. Kirk Cousins knows it, his team knows it, and that's why he's going to throw before the combine, be the most marketable quarterback that there is in the offseason. He's already the best free agent quarterback, but now Kirk Cousins is making the case that he should be wanted over a drafted quarterback in April. And that's what's going on here. Kirk Cousins, you sly little boy. Smart. All right. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Minnesota Tim Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Check out the interview I did with Paul Allen. We talked about faith, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson extension, a little Timberwolves talk for the voice of the Vikings. And it was a fun conversation. If you haven't watched it already, check it out in my recent videos. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please rate, review, and follow the podcast wherever you're currently listening to this podcast. Excuse me and my cough. I'm still getting back to 100%. Nobody's healthy this time of year. Everybody's battling injuries. Everyone, thank you, take care, and have a great day.